Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have things together now. Nope, I don't. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Chloe here, and we're gonna be checking out another episode of Camp Buddy. Last episode was so wildly inappropriate that I don't think that I can monetize it. I'm just gonna put it behind a wall, because even after censoring the hell out of that video, I don't... Just go back and watch it. A lot of things happened between me and Aiden, and I saw a lot of the other guys as well, and I was just like really overwhelmed the entire episode because I'm 12, and yeah, it's all good. We're back into it. Aiden and Yoshi got interrupted, and so I don't know if I am at a loss, gang. I can't figure out if they like hook up on occasion. It's so weird because even though this is like a whole entire series about queer men, there's no just acknowledgments of being queer outside from having relationships. So I'm struggling to understand, is this like their first time? Are they... It's kind of like the same issue that I had with like the Camp Buddy, like the original Camp Buddy game, where I'm like, I'm very confused. Are they gay and they've already come to terms with it, or are they like exploring things? Because it's kind of very open-ended and like just not explicitly stated anywhere, which I feel like should be, but it's fine. We're getting back into it. Oh, we just went the hell to bed. Oh. What? Oh my god, now I have to censor this. God damn it, Yoshi. I'm at a loss for words. My head really hurts. Oh, who's the hot girl? Hello. Oh, she's cute. Oh, no. Oh, and she's got a voice like that. Oh, my God. Oh, my lord. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, friends. I'm gonna spend the entire series, Let's Play series, just thirsty as hell. Who's she?
Since when were you the tardy person, Have all these years at Camp Buddy really changed you that much?
What?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me you don't remember me.
How would you not remember this fine drink of wine?
And here I was, hoping that you'd be the one to introduce me to everyone, because you knew me the best.
Wait a minute. Amelia? Is that you?
Bingo! You got that right. I'll give you a pass for the lapse in memory, since this place is so far away from civilization.
I can't believe it. It's been so
Why is
long,
Lloyd
I barely
mad?
recognized you.
Goro's mad too.
I could say the same for you. And, well, everyone for that matter.
What brings you back here to Camp Buddy? This is the last place I'd expect to see you.
So it is a co-ed camp then. There are girls here. I wonder if they're gonna like do a Yuri version then with like eventually, like in the future, if they do something Yuri as in not this Yuri, but like Yuri as in like Girls Love, if they're gonna do their own take on that within the context of the camp, because that would be interesting to know what it's like with the girls' side of things at this camp, since this is such like a male-dominated narrative. But if there's clearly like a co-ed thing going on.
Why, that's not a very hospitable way to welcome back an alumnus. Let's just say I'm here on very important business.
Miss Komarova here was chosen to be the inspector for the whole project by Claremont Inc.
Whoa, really?
You seem surprised. I hope that's a good thing.
Oh, it's so unexpected. I didn't know you worked for Mr. Claremont, especially for a job like this.
I can't blame you for holding me to such a high standard, even after all these years. I come from an unforgettably prestigious background after all. But after seeing the opportunity, I just knew that I was the perfect fit. And there's no better time than the present, so let's get started.
Regardless,
Before anything else, I think we should at least introduce you to the team.
That's not necessary.
The only people I need to know are already familiar faces, so there's no need for that. And for those new ones, you'll know me when you know me.
Then.
Shall we proceed with the preliminary inspection? I thought the inspection was scheduled for the end of the week,
Mr. Claremont?
I will be arriving ahead of schedule. The best inspections are done unexpectedly after all.
After all.
You've hooked a pretty big fish having Claremont Inc. sponsor this camp. Thankfully for all of you, I'm here to make sure he gets his money's worth. Psst. Can you guys fill me in on who she is? Seems like she knows the rest of you. She looks like she isn't a fan of introductions either. She's that rich girl from back then. Can't forget about her. I did.
I'm not sure.
I remember right, but I think she used to hang out with Yoshi a lot. Yoshinori, really? I think the more accurate term was clingy. Yoshi's super nice to everyone after all. You mean Yoshi's the only one who tolerated her? Why does she have to be the inspector of all people? Sounds like everyone isn't a fan of her. Can't be helped. She made quite the impression from the very start.
Oh, yeah.
It was on a camping trip, if I remember right. Oh my god. I love the backstory. I live for the drama. I live for it. Alright, we've arrived at our destination. For this camping trip, I want you all to work together in groups of 6 to set up a camp. I've assigned different tasks for each group, and everyone needs to finish before sunset. Your Scoutmasters will be watching, and if we see any of you slacking off, you'll get a demerit badge.
Sir Goro!
I can be in charge of the tents. Getting dibs on the most difficult one, I see.
No problem.
That's not a problem, Sir Goro. I already have Yuri and Aiden with me anyways. We just need to get 3 more people. Alright, I'll leave that up to you, and I'll check on your group myself before sunset.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's all for now.
I'll tend to the other groups. Get to work.
Yoshi.
Why did you have to choose the most boring chore? We could have gone exploring and finding stuff like firewood or something. We already did that last camping trip. We don't want to do the same thing over and over, right? Besides, it'll show the Scoutmasters how flexible we are no matter the task. You're such a dork, Yoshi. Hey. I think it'll be fun. It's my first time actually joining you guys camping after all. Aiden gets it. Where's your camping spirit, Yuri? Oh, sweet Mr. Kiwi. He's sleeping so hard. Oh, yes, Mr. Kiwi. You get those sleeps in. I'm sorry. I won't touch you. Where are we going to get 3 more people, though? We definitely need the help, because I'm not good at building like Yoshi.
Did somebody say...
Building? Oh, the Darloid Pillar Duo is here to save the day. It's Little Lloyd and Serious Darius. Little Lloyd and MCR Darius. Hey, you want our help or not? Good, cool. With Darius on our team, this will be a piece of cake. I'm here.
Great.
Hi. Great. That's 2 more. Welcome to the group. Just 1 left then. Everyone else seems to have their own groups already. Oh, and she was a cutie patoot back then too. How about her? She looks like she's just standing there alone. Why don't we invite her? The new girl?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of things about her, so I just try and stay away. Really?
Oh, yeah.
She made quite the scene when she was enrolled here a few days ago. Dad says she's from a very wealthy family. I don't think she's used to a more rustic lifestyle. Rumors that she screamed, scratched, and cursed the Scoutmasters because she didn't want to be here.
Yikes.
Sounds like a red flag.
Really?
Stranger danger. I didn't hear anything like that from Dad, though. Is that really true? Maybe some people made that up. I really don't like it when others gossip like that. Besides, we haven't even met her yet. We can't judge anyone without getting to know them first. Either way, we need 1 more person, so I'll invite her.
I'm Yoshinori. You?
Why?
Are you talking to me?
No.
Well, you were over by yourself, so I thought you might want to join our group for the activity. Do you want help set up teams?
Disgusting!
I'm not getting my hands dirty on something like that. Come on, it'll be fun. You'll get in trouble if you just stand there after all. Good. I'd rather be expelled from this place than forced to do menial labor. If you really hate it here so much, why did you join?
Just leave me alone.
It's none of your business.
All right.
Well, I guess you're going to have to spend the night out in the cold then. Sleeping on the grass, getting wet from the morning dew, and then there's the bugs. Oh, and did I mention there's always a risk of getting mauled by a bear while you sleep?
Oh, what?
What do you mean? We're staying here overnight? I mean, we are at Camp Buddy. Why else would we be setting up tents and making a campfire?
Ugh.
I swear this godforsaken camp will be the end of me. I'm surrounded by idiots. Come on, don't be so dramatic.
Excuse me?
Dramatic? You've no idea how terrible this is compared to my high-end lifestyle. They could have at least sent 1 butler for me to order around.
Preposterous!
Why did my parents even send me here? I can't believe they spent money just for me to be forced into labor.
It'll be fun.
It's a learning experience.
I beg to differ.
There's nothing fun about setting up tents, and I don't need to learn how, especially when I have people to do it for me. Come on, that's not what the camp spirit is about. You can roll your eyes all you want, but you're here at Camp Buddy. Don't you think it would be a lot better if you try and enjoy your time here instead of sulking all day? If you keep this up, you'll be barefoot later tonight. You think I'm really stupid enough to believe that? I'm just kidding. You've been frowning this whole time. You don't want wrinkles on your face, do you?
What?
Wrinkles? Such a weirdo. What the
I don't
heck?
mind.
I've been called that a couple times, but I try to take it as a
My
compliment.
goodness.
Leave it to me.
Are you for real? The best scout around, say the Scoutmasters. I'm as real as you
I
can
see.
get. You're not like the other people around here, huh? They did say you stand out from the crowd, after all.
So,
You want to join our tent building group?
Fine.
I'll join your group, but you won't see me doing any of that
All
filthy
right.
work. Come with me then. Here she is. This is, I think you forgot to tell me your name.
Obviously.
Just chose not to tell you, stupid.
It's Amelia.
Amelia.
Shame. I'd like to introduce you to your new
That's not
teammates.
necessary.
I already know about them. Pink hair's the Scoutmaster's daughter, the one in the uniform, not in the uniform as part of the
Side
help.
characters.
And the other two are just background characters.
For your information!
I've already reviewed the people around me without even talking to them. I always like to be a step ahead of everybody else. Maybe we get to know you
There's no
instead?
need.
You'll know me when you know
Well?
me. I'm learning about you right now. And
Anyway.
Anyway, why don't we just focus on the task at hand? We have to build
No
these
thanks.
tents. Yeah, I'm still not doing that.
really?
So much for being a step ahead of everybody else. Why did you invite her to our group again, Yoshi?
Excuse
You're
me?
chill. Excuse me, I wasn't invited. I simply had no choice since Yoshinori here wouldn't take no for an answer. And don't lie about the things I can't do. I'm not supposed to know everything.
Let me help.
Well, I'll help you get started if you don't know the basics. I promise it's not that complicated.
Fine.
But only because you're doing a better job at giving me the special treatment I deserve than everybody else. Do we really have to work with
Yuri.
her? Come on, Yuri, give her a chance. Hello? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. I don't know. Are you gonna
Follow
keep me
me.
waiting? Of course, lead the way. That's one spicy girl, and I'm not a fan of spicy. Can't believe she called us background characters. You're a main
Right.
character to me. That doesn't help at all.
Something's not right.
This is the reason why I didn't want her on our team. There's something really off about her. I guess Yoshi sees something in her
That's
that we
Yoshi
don't.
for you.
Yoshi does have a good eye for people, so maybe we should just give her a chance. I'm reminded of Dipper and Pacifica somehow from like their dynamic. And she's the kind that mellows you out as long as you hang out with her more. I hope you guys are right, but she still isn't past my vibe check. It's a girl's intuition. You guys won't understand. Okay, sweetie, don't turn into the I'm not like other girls or the pick-me girl. I was such a pick-me girl. I mean, I at least had a good reason. You know, growing up with brothers, of course I would be more comfortable, like, hanging out with boys and would find girls weird. See, that's the thing. I like, the pick-me-girl thing is definitely real. But also, I think you have to consider that some girls literally just don't vibe with other girls, and that's fine. I had to like do a lot of growing up before I was able to see other women as not my enemy. To be honest, I don't think I really stopped doing that until maybe in high school when I finally realized, okay, yeah, I do have a lot of guy friends, but like the closest friends that I can hang out with on a regular basis are girlfriends. So maybe not all women are the enemy. And then, you know, then you're like, oh wait, the reason why I did that is because I'm gay. The I'm not like other girls to pick me girl to I'm gay pipeline is a real thing that we need to talk about and raise awareness of. The more you know, NBC. Anyways,
Anyway.
let's help Yoshi out before he gets pushed around all day.
Anyway.
That's enough chit-chat and reunions for today. I came here for work, and there's a lot of stuff I need to inspect on my checklist
Let's
after
get
all.
started.
You may all resume your scheduled tasks, as I would rather conduct my evaluation while everyone else is at work in their departments.
Yes.
Let me give you a
That's
tour.
not
It
necessary.
won't be necessary. Not much has changed here, so I still know my way around. More importantly, I would prefer to have an uninterrupted, unbiased
After all.
assessment. As the camp president, you wouldn't unintentionally leave out flaws that inspectors should know about. Not that anything's wrong with that. I'm sure you understand.
Very well.
Then. I don't mind having a different escort if you truly insist. Yoshinori.
Come on.
You'll be happy to assist me with my inspection, yes?
Of course.
Perfect.
Of course. Perfect. I'd expect nothing less from
Please
you after
follow
all.
me.
Woo.
Still as feisty as ever. I'd say it's an improvement compared to how she acted as a scout. She's still the same snooty
Well.
person if you ask me. Well, we don't have a choice. Mr. Claremont handpicked her for the position. Now let's get back to work. Yes, sir.
Anyway,
East is the intended site for additional cabins, while the west is meant for the proposed function hall. As you can see, the construction department has nearly entirely cleared the site despite some minor delays. I've been told by our architect that we can proceed with earthworks very soon.
As a matter of fact.
If you'd like to take a close look, I can walk you around the site.
My.
Slow down a little. My heels are killing me. Why are you wearing heels as an inspector?
I apologize.
Why?
It's just the two of us here. Why are you in such a hurry? All you've talked about is work since I got here. Thought you needed a quick and concise inspection. What I mean is you haven't really told me anything about yourself.
Well,
it's been almost, what, a decade? Aren't you going to catch me up on what's been happening in your life? It's been okay for the most part. This is giving, like, talk to your ex-boyfriend energy, and I don't like it. Just let him be. Just don't be weird. You know, I don't like those narratives where, like, the ex hasn't talked to the other ex for like 10 years and it's just because nothing's happened. They haven't bothered to even so much as stay close, and yet somehow they're acting super familiar. It's just like, okay, don't be weird. Don't be weird. Even the exes that I've ended things on like really good terms with, like there's only one that I talk to on like a regular basis. He regularly watches this channel. But like we work together though too. So, but, like, I find it weird to, like, talk to other exes who are not actively a part of your circle and, like, be super friendly with them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It gives weird vibes. Are you supposed to be the Sunshine Scout? I wasn't expecting any question like that during this inspection. I'm a little disappointed. I thought you'd be eager to catch up with an old colleague.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Amelia, but don't get me wrong, I'm actually glad to see you again. And to answer your question, not much has changed for me, except that I'm a Scoutmaster now. I say this least surprising change, and even the moment we met that you ended up back at this place. Well, I did have a bit of a rocky start for my first couple terms, but thankfully things have turned out fine. Thought someone like yourself would have pulled off this kind of job without a hitch. My job's not all the fun and games I thought when we were young. Oh no, did you just sneeze? You poor baby. Oh.
I beg to differ.
You didn't seem so enthused showing me around. You look rather stressed, like waking up last and being frantic about the inspection. I'm embarrassed that you noticed. I've just been trying to be as useful as I can be ever since this project started, and sometimes it just gets overwhelming.
My goodness.
You overwhelmed with work? That doesn't sound like you at all. Weren't you such a go-getter back then? Since that was how you and I ended up as acquaintances, unlike the other scouts. Anyway, would you mind telling me exactly what you're having difficulty with about your work? As part of your review? Of course not. Although now that you've said it, you could consider a check for a healthy working environment. It's not that serious, honestly. I'm probably just adjusting to all the changes around here slower than everyone else.
But
like I said, please don't worry about it. In fact, I've already brought it up with someone. I'm trying to work on it. You have my word that it won't affect the work that we're doing here. I'll take that with a grain of salt. Should we continue with our tour? Had to admit, I was thrilled when I was confirmed that you were working here at Camp Buddy. It's just a pleasure to be reunited, don't you think so?
What?
What's wrong?
I apologize.
Forgive me for the assumption, but I thought you disliked your time here at camp along with everyone in it. In fact, I never heard anything from you after we finished your first term. Should have been obvious, don't you think? I'm the only heir of my family's grandiose conglomerate after all, so of course I'd be busy.
I was wondering.
That's why I was surprised you were really excited to be back. I was quite the sniveler during my stay here as a scout, but that's so long ago. You mean that some are bearable for me to say the least, so that must mean something, yes?
Don't worry.
Don't misunderstand. I still have the same sophistication as before, but I'll try to be more tolerant this time, especially if you around to make my stay pleasant again. I'll do what I can. Anyway, shall we continue the tour? I noticed you haven't listed anything from our first department. You didn't help him and distract you from the inspection. Talk about rude. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. Goodness gracious, when you get so impatient. That's not what I meant.
beg your pardon.
For your information, I know what I'm doing. Mr. Claremont hired me as the quality assurance manager here because I have all the right certifications and have far exceeded the qualifications.
Amelia.
I didn't mean like that, Amelia. If you're gonna act like this, let's get this tour over with. Come on, this checklist won't check itself. Oof. She was stricter and snippier about each department we inspected, asking a lot of questions, going to every detail. Eventually, we finished everything she wanted to see, and the Scoutmasters gathered in the office for her report.
Let's get started.
Based on how the inspection went today, everything is off from their initial targets. I'll be giving general feedback on each department I had an issue with. Note that this report will be sent to Mr. Claremont, but I will enumerate all my concerns just so everyone knows where they missed the mark.
Sheesh.
Yoshi, what the heck made her so mad during the inspection? I think it has to do with the inspection, to be honest. We're not in trouble then.
Excuse me.
I need everyone's full attention. This is very important.
Sorry about that.
So?
Divided my concerns in 4 categories: construction, staff, technology, and management. Let's start with construction. According to the schedule, the site should have been cleared yesterday, yet I saw that it was still in progress and took the whole work to the finish.
Yes.
It's a good thing our staff was able to help the construction team, or else we would have been delayed further. That's not a good thing at all. I'm concerned that we're experiencing delays already and the project is barely started. Not to mention over a task as minor as site clearing.
Really?
It's not a big setback at all, is it? Everyone worked really hard to make up for it, too. Brings me to another point. Why were non-construction staff involved in the first place? If they had been supervising as per the plan, these issues might not have happened. We apologize for stepping out of scope. There were some unforeseen difficulties that required more manpower to complete the site clearing in time.
Tolerable.
Everyone did what they thought was best in the moment, but that doesn't change the outcome. Even if we disregarded today's delay, there's still debris on the site.
Really?
That doesn't look like a cleared site now, does it? That isn't debris. We plan to recycle it as firewood for the incoming winter.
That doesn't make sense.
That's not an excuse to leave it on the site. The camp has a storage shed to keep all clutter. Am I not correct? We'll make sure to work on that right away. Moving on, let's discuss staff welfare. There's a very peculiar rumor going around amongst the workers during my survey. However, that one of the management staff was being too friendly with the construction crew, which was causing a lot of distraction. One even mentioned a beefcake show.
Mr. Flynn?
I'm not sure what that means, but this concerns you, Mr. Flynn.
Well,
I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I was just trying to make the workers
Do your
happy.
job.
Your job isn't to entertain them. You're supposed to take care of their essential needs, nothing more. I'm doing that already. I'm sure a little chit-chat here and there won't hurt anybody.
Be serious.
Take this job seriously. You're a Scoutmaster, aren't you?
sorry.
Anyway.
Next topic, technology. I consulted with Mr. Choi a while ago and he explained all the tasks so far. Looking at the original scope of the project, I noticed that some of the offered technology integration was declined. I'm responsible for that. There's a good reason why I removed some of the proposed integrations. I want a technological implementation kept to an essential minimum so that we can maintain the true essence of the camp.
Don't get the wrong idea.
A decision like that is nothing more than a missed opportunity. Everything is already served on a silver platter. It's all paid and you just have to say yes.
Me.
These changes are inevitable anyways, so there's no reason to hold back now.
Now then.
What's causing all these issues? Everything boils down to the management department. This establishment is severely understaffed to begin with, and to be honest, most of your roles are scattered and hard to pin down. I mean, she's not wrong. She's talking... They don't like her, but she's kind of giving them some hard truths, which is, I don't understand what the hell you guys are doing all day. Which I don't either. Like, Lloyd and Darius are working, but, like, what do these 4 really do? They kind of just do whatever. And they're supposed to be overseeing the projects. Like, they went and cleaned the obstacle course, and I'm like, that had nothing to do with preparing the site, though, for the cabins.
Mr. Flynn?
Mr. Flynn is really a Scoutmaster or still a helper? He contrastingly handles maintenance and culinary tasks, which are supposed to be done by 2 different people. Most importantly, it's come to my attention that Yoshinori has no permanent role around the camp. Personally, I know that he's skillful in management, but I assume it's hard for him to step up if the figure of authority is not allowing him to use his full potential.
That's all.
Sums up all my concerns. I hope everyone paid attention. I take responsibility as camp president. It's my duty to prevent these issues and direct everyone to achieve our mutual goals.
But
I will do my best to make everything right from here on.
Very well.
Mr. Claremont chose to guarantee that this sponsorship meets his regulations. With that in mind and considering your staffing issue, I will personally stay here for the span of this project. This will ensure a stricter schedule and allow me to serve as a bridge of communication between Camp Buddy and Claremont.
Is that necessary?
We regularly receive our tasks from Mr. Claremont himself, and as far as I know, we haven't had any problems when it comes to communication.
Claremont?
He's a busy man, and it's unreasonable to expect to maintain direct communication with him throughout the entire project. He doesn't have time to handle every issue that arises, so that's where I come in.
Understand.
My job is to prevent problems. I can already see cracks forming in the work done so far, and I need to resolve them as early as possible. Do you want to wait until a serious concern arises? Do you want to break Mr. Claremont's trust on this project? I assume the answer to both is no.
Don't worry.
Don't take any of this seriously. It's just my job after all. We understand your concerns.
As you should. Oh.
All the cabins seem to be fully occupied. It would be inappropriate for me to share a room with none of the workers. I'll be needing a room my own to stay in. Too bad, we don't have any. You can stay in my quarters here in the office, Miss Komarova. It's clean and well maintained, as well as the biggest room in the camp. It should meet all of your requirements. I'll just move into the staff quarters. There should be an extra bed there anyway. Perfect, I'll take it. Aiden, why don't you move Miss Komarova's stuff? Yuri, you can help me pack my things as well.
But...
Sorry for asking. Did you really think everything was that bad so far? It's my job to point out concerns, and I only commented on what I found in my inspection. If you want me to be even more honest, I think the staff concerns are what troubled me the most.
I'm sure you
As you may have noticed from our meeting earlier, your fellow Scoutmasters aren't as mature when it comes to the shortcomings in managing their departments. Talking about Aiden? Who else would I be talking about? It's not normal for the leadership to engage in behavior like he does. And frankly, it makes the whole camp look bad. I don't think Aiden's personal habits ever caused us trouble before. Are you sure you're just not looking too much into it?
Really?
Do you really want to wait until it becomes a problem? It's better to deal with it now. Even putting aside his habits, he has no management skills whatsoever. I disagree with that. I mean, he clearly balances and multitasks and successfully juggles like a lot of roles. It makes no sense why he's the same position as you, given that he doesn't meet the qualifications. That will hinder his project in many ways that we do not want to see. Don't give me that look, Yoshinori. It's just business. Look, I know criticism isn't easy to take in, but someone has to point these things out. You know me. I prefer to be straightforward, especially when it comes to work.
My.
Doesn't sound too enthusiastic. Did my comment about your role upset you? You must be so tired of having no consistent responsibility for this project. But don't worry, I'm here to help. Starting tomorrow, you and I will be in charge of managing the construction as well as all of the staff's concerns. Are you saying that we're taking over Aiden and Yuri's tasks? They'll still be working in these departments, but you'll be the one responsible for ensuring satisfactory results.
Anyway.
I'll make sure that you know exactly what to do in each of these fields from now on. Since I'll be staying here for the QA work, I thought I'd go out of my way to make sure you get a clearer perspective. There's nobody better suited for the task since it's my job to oversee the entire project. We can take charge and lead together.
So?
What do you say,
I'm not
partners?
sure.
Not sure about this, Amelia.
Preposterous.
Why? That's not the right answer. You should be grateful I'm offering to fix the exact issue you just mentioned.
It baffles me.
It baffles me why you're having second thoughts about this. Help is literally being served to you on a silver, no gold platter.
No.
It's not that I don't appreciate your offer. I was trying to make a plan to resolve it
How
myself.
exactly?
And that is how? Haven't figured it out yet. Can you give me a little time to think about what you're proposing? It's all very sudden after all. I'll give you until tomorrow morning to decide. Let me emphasize this one last time though. Since you seem to not be getting it, I'm a professional with exactly the experience you need, and I'm going out of my way to help you. The right choice is obvious. You need some guidance and we can catch up. I don't see any loss here. I'll keep that in mind, Amelia. Excellent. I expect nothing but great things from you, Yoshinori. It's a pleasure to work with you again. Everything will be alright now that I'm here. Now, all this serious business has made me tired, not to mention all the walking around with the camp to
Take my leave.
Take my leave for now and rest up. I still have to send an email report to Mr. Claremont after all. Good night, Amelia. Toodles. Oh. Well, we've been recording for a while, so I unfortunately have to bring this episode to a close. But if you liked this episode, if you're excited to see more of Amelia, Miss Fine Glass of Wine, please leave a like on this video. It really does help the channel out. Also consider subscribing. When you subscribe, you share the notifications bell so you get updates on when I upload future episodes. Without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Bye! I'd like to give a very special shout out and thanks to the following patrons: Deep Dive Dylan, D. Roberts, Brian White, Caleb Putnam, Robin Harper, Bob Conway, Cody Webb, and Maticus Sama. Thank you all so much.